Today our topic is deep water, third topic of our English book. It has been written by William Douglas, uh, who was born between 1898 and 1980 in Maine, Minnesota. After graduating with the bachelor, we know about his life history that has been given on your books, and you can go through that. And he was a he graduated bachelors of arts in English and economics, and but actually he pursued the legal career. He would like to become either an advocate or judge, and he became the judge, and he is the longest serving judge of 36 years. He remained in the service for 36 years, and this extract that has been incorporated in our this book is an excerpt from his one of his books that he has written, of Men and Mountains. And here he shares his experience while he was drowned as a child, and he did that he was overcome by the fear of the water, and that remained with him for a long period. And now in the lesson he will explain the things, what happened to him, and how he got rid of this fear. Let's go through the lesson. It's just like that. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. I had decided to learn to swim. Our author William Douglas once was drowned. So this experience happened to him. This drowning, happened to him when he was only 10 or 11 years old. He decided to learn swim. Why? Because he had gone to learn how to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. That offered, there is maybe some color YMCA or that offered in Yakima in USA, and that was providing a chance to opportunity to those who want to learn, and he was provided this chance to learn this swimming. The Yakima river was treacherous. That's a treacherous means the river which is presenting hidden or unpredictable dangers. Presenting hidden or unpredictable dangers, this river Yakima. So mother continually warned against it, and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. His mother was continually worried about the boy. She warned against this unpredictability of the river Yakima, and she kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning. I mean, she was repeatedly telling me those drownings, repeatedly reminding me that what has happened in the river previously. So she was repeating these things on what has happened earlier in the river. But the YMCA, a pool was safe. There is a pool, YMCA, near this, maybe near the river, this Yakima, and that's meant for training the youth to become the swimmer. So that was safe according to our author. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end. The shallow end, that was, it was shallow, only 3 feet, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other end was deeper than this shallower end, and that was 9 feet deep. The drop was gradual. This was gradually means slowly, that it was become deeper and deeper. I got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. Water wings used by these swimmers to in their feet so that they can paddle themselves, while that helps them to swim. I hated to walk. I hated to walk. But our author says that he hated to walk naked into it, because when somebody has to swim, he has to remove his clothes, and but he hated. Why? And show my skinny legs, because his legs were skinny, means very thin, slender, and so he wouldn't like to remove the clothes and show his these skinny and thin legs. So that's why he hated to be naked. But I subdued my pride and did it. But he subdued his pride, means overcame his pride. He conquered, he defeated his pride and did it, means removed his clothes, and now he was ready to swim. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to water when I was in it. Right from the start, right from the beginning, he had some aversion. Aversion means dislike, disinclination, aversion to water. He would not like water. He disliked it when I was in it, once I go into the water. This started when I was 3, or why? Because he says further that this started when I was 3 or 4 years old, and father took me to the beach in California. In California, there is a beach. He accompanied his father there when he was 3 or 4 years old. At that time, it happened as some type of fear came to him. He and I stood together in the surf. He means his father and our author together stood in the crashing waves. Surf means the crashing waves. When they stand on the beach and the crashing waves are just going up to the beach, and they were standing there. So at that time it happened. I hung on to him, means I mean cling to my father very closely. I caught hold of, yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me, and I was knocked down by the waves, and the water swept over me. These waves knocked me down and swept over me. I was buried in water. I was just put under the water for some time, because the water ran over me, these waves. My breath was gone. I was frightened. He was out of breath. He was frightened at that time. Father laughed, but his father, they had just gone to enjoy there on the beach, and so he laughed. But there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves, because these waves had an overwhelming force, overcoming force of these waves. And they have a lot of strength, and I was terrorized by those the power of the overpowering power of those waves. So this is the main cause, that he had already some dislike for water, some aversion for water, right from the, because at that time when he was only 3 or 4 years old, he had such an experience. And now at that, when he is 10 or 11 years old, now he is going to just learn how to swim, and but there is a fear. My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stirred childish fears. Once I got introduced there in this club, swimming pool revived unpleasant memories. Those unpleasant memories of my childhood stirred childish fears. I mean, they again came to me. I began to fear. I began to feel scared of water. But in a little while, I gathered confidence. After some time, a little time, it took me to gather the courage and to gather the confidence. I became confident. I paddled with my new water wings. I already told you the water wings are worn by these swimmers, and that help them to paddle the water, to help to move forward with my new these water wings. Watch the other boys and trying to learn by apping them. Watching the other boys, our author was watching other boys, because they were also swimming, and he himself just tried to learn from those boys by apping them, by copying them. He was just imitating their actions, how they do. He was copying them. I did this two or three times on different days, and was just beginning to feel at ease in the water when the misadventure happened. For some time, 2 or 3 days, he had been practicing this, and now he was feeling a bit at ease, means feeling a bit comfortable in water. But this misadventure, he is going to narrate some misadventure, that some bad experience that happened to him, he is going to explain, and this happened after a few days later. I went to the pool when no one else was there, means he was all alone. He went there just to learn, just to swim. The place was quiet. At that day, on that very occasion, that very day, the place was quite calm. Silence was prevailing here. The water was still. That was also calm. There was nothing, no waves are like that, and the tiled bottom was as white and clean as a bathtub. The pool had its bottom was tiled, and that was so clean, that was so shining beautiful, as if he was in a bathtub. I was timid about going in. uh, I was timid in going in alone, so I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. I was timid, means I lack courage and confidence. Timid means to lack courage and confidence about going in alone, because he was there alone. He would not like, he had not enough courage, he had not enough confidence to go inside and just practice there. So I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. He waited for others to come, so that I had not been there long when in came a bruiser of a boy. That he had not waited for a long time. Then came a